In this week's episode of Mod Mondays, we're going to be doing a detailed step-by-step installation and wiring of this Stealth Pro shift knob from MESO Customs on this 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Let's go. Let's quickly go over what's included in this kit. I'm very excited about this mod as it goes with the stealth look that I'm going for in the interior of my Tacoma. After this install, we'll have the added option to access the ECT button and a secondary accessory right on our shift knob. This is an added convenience since most drivers have their palm on the shift knob while driving. All these products will be included in the description box below. Here is the packaging that the Stealth Pro shift knob came in. It's nice and simple and comes in this cool blacked out theme with the MESO Customs logo. It comes with this instruction manual illustrating how to connect each part of the accessory. It also comes with this plug-and-play wiring harness to make the installation process simple. You'll need to plug the factory ECT harness to this gray end and use the secondary plug for future low voltage accessories you'd like to access via the stealth knob switch. These other ends simply plug to the shift knob wires. It also comes with this auxiliary trigger to connect the secondary accessory you want to access. MESO Customs also provides extra black switches in case you want to change out the red ones that the knob comes with. I might do this in the future. And here's the Stealth Pro shift knob from MESO Customs. It has the MESO logo here instead of the TRD logo. And it comes with these two wires connecting the accessory switches. This feels and looks very premium and well made. The first step of this installation is to remove the OEM ECT button. You're going to need your drill or a wrench and a 10mm socket for this step. We need to remove this center system panel to access the bolts of the entertainment system, and the climate control panel to access the ECT button. To remove the center system panel, we need to pull on the side applying even pressure. This should come off fairly easily. Put this to the side and grab your drill with a 10mm socket and remove the 4 bolts around the screen. You need this to access the climate control panel below. Careful not to lose these bolts in the process. Then pull the climate control panel from the side while lifting the screen slightly. You're going to need to unlatch the plastic part on the left side to completely take the climate control panel off. After this, simply unplug the 3 cables connected to the back of the panel. One for the start-stop button, one for the 4x4, and one for the climate control. Put this aside and access the back of the ECT button. Simply push the ECT button from the back to unlatch this from the panel. Then unplug the connector to completely remove this switch. We'll place a blank switch here later. After removing the ECT button, we now need to remove the center console panel so that we can run and fish the plug-and-play wire harness to the Stealth Pro shift knob location. First, grab your plug-and-play wiring harness and connect it to the OEM ECT button we recently unplugged. You're going to need to plug the gray side in and fish this wire through the ECT button hole. We'll then need to fish the 2 female ends through the back here, under the cup holder panel, connected to the Stealth Pro shift knob wires. To do this, you need to remove the center console panel first and the old shift knob. Start by pulling this sleeve down and unscrew the old TRD knob. Then pull the e-brake up, remove the center console organizer tray if you own one, and pull from the side of the panel carefully. I found that using this location and giving it a good pull with 2 hands works best. This will allow you to pry and remove the center panel. Note that if this is your first time doing this, it will be slightly tight, so patience is required. The next step in this installation is to run and fish the plug-and-play wire harness down to the Stealth Pro shift knob location. In my other videos, I've used an HDMI cable for this step, but in this case, I'm using a leftover wire extension from the rear power install video, as they are a bit skinnier and would work better. If you have an actual fishing tool, use that for this step. Simply run the cable to the open space down to the cup holder area. Since we've removed the center console panel, you should be able to feel for the cord from the bottom. Reach and pull the cord and secure the plug-and-play wire harness with tape or wire ties. Then start pulling it down the hole and pull the slack out to allow for an easier cable management later. Remove the tape and put away the fishing cable. Then simply reinstall the clamp control panel back. You're gonna need to replug the 3 cables in. Then line up the panel and push it in until the tabs all click in properly. After this, simply reinstall the 4 bolts surrounding the screen and tighten these up using your drill and a 10mm socket, and reinstall the center system panel back. If you're enjoying this video so far, please smash that like and subscribe button to support the channel. The last step in this installation is to install the Stealth Pro shift knob. You're going to need a pick tool or a small flathead screwdriver for this step. We need to connect the wires coming out of the shift knob to these 2 female connectors from the wiring harness. Please note that there's a small hole in front of this where we'll have to run the wires coming out of the shift knob after screwing it in. Replace the center console panel back loosely. Place back the shift boot accessory if you own one. Then carefully screw in the Stealth Pro shift knob before inserting the 2 accessory wires on the hole. Careful not to get the wires caught in the process. I'm holding mine up like this while turning the screw knob in. Make sure you tighten this appropriately and insert the wires one at a time. I found that shifting from park to neutral gave me more room at the front of the shift boot to make this an easier step. So turn your truck on and shift to neutral, making sure that your foot is on the brake or that your e-brake is on to avoid the truck from moving. When inserting the shift knob accessory wire, use a pick tool to assist it in going in through the hole. Then simply feel around for the wire under the shift boot and pull the slack up. Plug this into one of the female ends of the plug-and-play wiring harness. After this, repeat the step for the other accessory wire. Then test if you have the ECT control on your desired side of the shift knob. For me, I wanted this on the left trigger for my thumb and it's currently on the right, so I'll need to switch the positions of the accessory wires. As you can see, this should now work on the left side as I wanted. After this, simply tuck the wires in, ensuring that the cables doesn't get pinched, and put the center console panel back. Make sure that you hear all the tabs click in properly, locking everything into place, and enjoy your new MESO Custom Stealth Pro shift knob. And that's it for this week's episode of Mod Mondays. Let me know what you think of this MESO Custom Stealth Pro shift knob installation. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button, consider subscribing, and press that bell notification so you don't miss any of our future videos. See you on the next one.